let's take some time to regulate our nervous system and de-stress from perhaps a unpleasant, busy, or overwhelming day. Let's start with our breath and placing our hands onto our legs. And we're just going to do a little bit of self-soothing by rubbing our hands up and down our legs. And we're going to close our eyes, just feel the sensation of our hands coming back and forth on our legs. Taking a deep breath in and out through the nose. Really filling your lungs with oxygen, expanding the chest. Feeling again the sensation of your hands just gently coming up onto your legs and to your knees. Focus on your breath. Feel the sound of your breath as it comes in through the nostrils. Maybe a slow, long exhale with a sigh as you release a sigh. Yes, one more time. Deep breath in. And add a little bit of vocal to it if you want. Good. Bringing your hands down to your side, opening your beautiful eyes, and just to start rolling your head to one side and the other, nice and gentle. It's going to be a quiet practice, so if you can, turn off any noise or music, television, hopefully you're alone. Start to roll our shoulders back. Good. And then we're going to lean over to one side. So keep your fingertips onto the mat just to start. And then bending your left elbow to the mat, lift the right arm straight up. Take some deep breaths in as you open up the chest, open up the shoulder. Just keep your gaze forward. And try to keep both hips onto the mat. And then lift up and then come over to the other side. So first fingertips, elbow to mat, reach all the way up. Feel this beautiful side stretch on the left side, taking a deep breath in and out. Lifting your hands up. Good. And then back up to center. We're gonna go right into a twist. So take your right hand on your left knee and just twist, looking backward over your left shoulder. Lifting up through the spine, the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And then switch over to the other side. Opposite hand to knee, looking backwards over the opposite shoulder. Taking a breath in and out. Coming back to center. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Bring your hands forward. Lift up and over or around into your tabletop position. Flip your toes and then sit back on your toes, reaching your hands forward. And just take a second to rest your forehead on the mat and close your eyes. Take some deep breaths in and out here. So you maybe come up onto your fingertips for a deeper stretch in the shoulders. Or just take this minute to relax and feel this beautiful sensation, this relaxation. Just breathe, knowing that the day is done. You are safe and you are guided. And it doesn't matter what happened. Good. And then coming up to our tabletop position, let's float, dropping our toes down into our cat-cow. Dropping the belly, looking up, taking a deep breath in. Good, and then into our cat, curving the spine, separating the shoulder blades, pushing our hands into the mat. Good, dropping the belly, looking up. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, curving the spine in. Belly tight. Good, and let's bring ourselves into a little circular motion here. Just making this feel good, circular motion one way and the other with the hips. We'll be hearing a little bit of cracks here and there. Just accepting how your body feels, and closing your eyes throughout this practice. Going within whenever you feel like you need to maybe stop or go into child's pose. Good. Flipping the toes, and let's slowly come up to your first downward facing dog. Close your eyes here if it feels good, and start creating a lot of movement, pushing one heel into the mat and the other. Or maybe you just want to hold this pose and just deepen the stretch within the hamstrings. Really focusing on our breath here. Taking this time to yourself. Focusing on the silence that is between our thoughts. That space when we are not focusing on the daily tasks that we have to do. The jobs, the duties, the errands. Focusing on the time where we are just being ourselves. In this body, in this space. Good. Drop your knees down to the mat, releasing the toes. Reach up, look up while you sit on your knees. Deep breath in. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Bring your thumbs to your forehead. Just take some breaths here with your eyes closed. Taking your thumb and the knuckles of your thumb, maybe pressing this gently between your eyes. Maybe you want to dig a little bit deeper into your upper eye sockets, or even apply some pressure on your eyebrows. Just take another breath in and out. Good, and then lifting your arms all the way up for another stretch and bringing your arms out to cactus, opening up the chest, really pushing back the shoulders and the elbows. When we're stressed, our whole body wants to almost go inward, and so stretching out, releasing that tension is important to do at the end or beginning of any day. Good. Sweeping your hands forward into your tabletop position, and then just having your knees a little bit further back. We're going to go right into extending the right leg, toes pointed in. And we're just focusing on the core here. So nice simple movement. All I want you to do is focus on balancing your two hands at your left knee and just lifting the right leg up. Just keeping your gaze between your hands. Noticing your hands. Maybe noticing the veins in your hands, the movement of your fingers and your fingertips as it holds the mat in balance. And then lowering the right knee, let's switch sides. Left leg goes up, toes pointed in. Take another deep breath in and out. Take this moment to tuck in the belly, engage the core, and taking another minute just to look down. Giving your hands gratitude. If you think about all the things that you do with your hands, so useful. Good. And then dropping the knee and come back into your seated position and reach up, look up. Grab onto your hands this time, and we're going to just float our hands all the way down in a nice organic back and forth. Just notice your hands as it sways from side to side. Like a dance, like a bird. Bring it back up. Good. And lower. Maybe bringing a little smile to your face because this is fun and this is different. Good. Placing your hands down, flipping your toes, come back up to your downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Then we're going to go into a twist, taking our left hand and just reaching over towards our calf, our ankle, our foot, wherever it feels good. We're going to pull back with our right hand And then release, switch sides. Right hand goes to left shin, calf, knee, pull it in gently, or ankle. Good. And then lower back down. Walking the hands towards the feet at the back of the mat. Have your feet a little bit wider apart, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We're just going to sway from side to side. You can grab onto your elbows if you want to. Take a minute in your forward fold. Deepen the stretch. Really relaxing your head as well. Really sway side to side. Relax your jaw. Relax your teeth. Good. And then we're going to slowly roll up. So real slow. So just one vertebra at a time. And you can have a slight bend in your knee as you slowly make your way all the way up. Feeling every sensation. And then reaching your arms all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a second in your mountain pose, maybe palms facing forward. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep breath. Come back to center. Come back to standing. Still. Feel your feet on the ground or your mat. Take a breath in and out. Beautiful. Bend the knees, rise to stand, forward fold, and then walking your hands to the top of the mat into your high plank position. And then drop your knees and float all the way down to the mat. Bring your hands by your side and lift yourself up into your Sphinx position. So point your toes, hips are being pushed into the mat. Take a minute looking forward, pushing your shoulders away from your ears. Feel the sensation in your lower back. Also try to lift your belly, lower belly up a little bit. So much going on here. Breathe. Nice, good. And then dropping down, come up to baby cobra or cobra or upward facing dog. And then lift up, downward facing dog. Exhale, let it out. Walk it out. 2 breaths here. Good. Lifting the heels, bend the knees, jump, hop, or step. Top of the mat. Halfway lift. Deep breath in, flat back, forward fold. Bend the knees, rise to stand, reach up. Good. Lower the hands down. Lift up the right foot, step back into your crescent lunge or high lunge on your toes. Wiggle, wiggle, lift up. Good, back leg straight, front knee is bent. Open up warrior 2. Flip the back hand, front palm, peaceful warrior. Float it down, we're gonna cartwheel the arms as we place both hands beside our left foot into our runner's lunge. Take a breath here. Bring the chest forward. Good. Placing the right hand down on the mat, lifting the left arm up for a twist. Good. Lower it back down, dropping the back knee, stepping back for your half split, lifting up. Good, walking forward to your runner's lunge again, lifting the back knee, and then spring that right foot to meet the left foot at the top of the mat, forward fold. Bend the knees, rise to stand, reach up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Opposite leg goes up, so we're lifting up, back into our crescent lunge. Left leg goes back, lifting up. hold into our warrior two. Good. Drop the back hands, lift the front palm, reach back, peaceful warrior. Bending the knee. Good. Cartwheel the arms, float down into your runner's lunge. Place the right hand down onto the mat, lifting the left right arm up. Good. Lower down, drop the back knee, walking back into your half split. Reaching forward with your chest, lower abdomen, flat back. And then walking forward back into your runner's lunge, lifting the back knee, and then springing forward to have the left foot meet the right at the top of the mat. Good. Bend the knees, place both hands on the mat, step back into your high plank, and then right in to your upward facing dog or downward facing dog. Good. And then bending the knees, releasing down and coming into our Baddha Konasana or butterfly position, opening up, taking a deep breath in, relaxing the shoulders, maybe swaying from side to side, creating a little bit of movement, coming forward and back now that we're all warmed up. Good. Let's drop our head. Release some tension in our neck. Good. And then bringing the knees together, bringing them to the top of the mat. We're just going to lower it down, and then we're going to come up. Good. So we're just taking a minute to lean back, engage the core, and then lifting up. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. Keep that belly tight, and then lift up. And then lower. Exhale, belly tight. Let's do it again. Lift up. And then lower. Good. Belly tight. Let's put our elbows down onto the mat and just relax here. Place your palms down on either side. We're just going to lift up our knees parallel to the mat and little toe taps here. One and then the other. Squeezing the belly tight each time you do a little tap, little touch. Now we could take a minute just focusing on our feet, right? Pointing our toes, tapping one and then the other, giving yourself a little bit of gratitude for all the walking that our feet do. Our bodies are truly amazing. And tap, and tap. Beautiful. Dropping your feet down, scoot yourself forward, roll back gently, give yourself a squeeze, and a rock from side to side. Nice, good. Really give yourself some self-love here. Good. Feeling your legs. Good. Maybe rubbing your arms. Good. Finding the mat with your feet, getting nice and comfortable. We're going to do our thread the needle. So take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee, and then lift your left foot off of the mat. You can take your right hand and push your right knee out, and then the opposite hand goes behind the left knee, pulling it in towards your body. You could also do the variation where you're taking both hands, putting it behind the left knee, and just listening to your body here. You should feel a really nice stretching sensation on your right hip. And just start to close your eyes. I think that we can hold a lot of stress within our bodies just because of the physical sensation and movement that happens to us when we get in a stressful situation. We'll freeze, we'll tighten, and our muscles will sometimes even contract, getting ready to react to whatever stress that might be happening, either physically or mentally. So it's important to release some of it within these stretches and poses and movements. Take another breath in and out, and then lowering the foot down and switching sides. So taking your left knee to your, or left ankle to your right knee, pushing your left knee out as you lift your right foot off of the mat. Or you can take both hands again behind the right knee. Focusing on your breath. This nice stretch. Keep your hips on the mat. Shoulders flat. Taking this moment not to really think about anything. Good focus on the silence, focus on your breath. Good, and then lowering both feet down on the mat, lifting up to a bridge position just for a minute, squeezing your glutes. Good, and then lowering your hips down to the mat, letting both knees fall over to the right for a twist, bringing your arms out or into cactus. Closing your eyes, listening to your breath. And then bringing both knees up and over to the other side. And then bringing your knees back up to center. And then in our final pose, our Shavasana. This is when we just get to be. Let go, surrender. Surrender to this beautiful moment. Good. And then bringing the right arm over your head, rolling over to your side, taking a minute in your fetal position. And then lifting up. So we close our practice. I love to take this moment to thank all of you for taking the time out for yourself, for doing these types of practices and movements with me. I truly believe that as we start to heal, each and one of us, through our body, our mind, and our soul, that these beautiful energies will go out into the universe and heal each and every one of us. Thank you so much. Namaste.